Oh, hey guys. You know, at the end of last season, I was casting so bad that I decided to give it all up and concentrate on what I was good at and become a fisherman. But at the start of the new year, I found the absolute best drills to fix my casting, and the same can be true for you. If casting is your fault, I've got the fix. Welcome to the season premiere of the Golf Fix. We're here at the absolutely beautiful Lake Nona Golf and Country Club, and I'm talking about a pandemic in the golf community, and that is casting. Casting could be coming from the top of the swing, it could be happening more at impact, but regardless, it causes a huge distance loss and very erratic contact. So let's talk about the 4 main reasons why people tend to cast. So the first reason that I tend to see is a poor sequence going back, and even more so, a poor sequence coming down. And what I mean by that is that the club head is leading the body going back, and then it's leading the body coming down. The second thing always seems to be the case when someone casts a lot, an open club face. Now that's an open club face potentially in the backswing, and definitely an open club face as they come down, having to cast to square that face. After that, we're gonna be talking more about how the transition looks. So if the body starting down moves really forward and up, maybe you get vertical too early, you're gonna have to make up for this distance and cast at the bottom. Finally, what I also see all the time, players that tend to come very over the top, the club's too high, then they have to lower it at impact. So we're gonna start with one of my favorite drills. We're gonna start in order here with sequence of movement, and I wanna kind of talk about a great exercise that I love with players that I teach. And you know, fortunately for me, I have a little rope left over from tying up my kayak, and I'm gonna use it here. So I'm gonna tie the rope around the club head, I'm gonna tie the rope around my waist, and there's gonna be a little bit of slack. And what I want you to feel like is that the club head can't move until that rope gets tight. So I'm gonna try to move my waist back, move my waist around, and then fling the club head back. Starting down, it's the same thing. I'm gonna move my waist forward, I'm gonna move it around, and then the club's gonna follow. So waist, club, waist, club, waist, club, waist, club. Let me go ahead and hit one here. That's generally the feel that I want you to have that gets the swing started in a great sequence, gives you the feel for how to start down. The inside moves the outside, the big muscles move the small muscles, and then out to the club head. Let's put it all together, hit a great solid shot with no casting. Felt great, nice little penetrating draw. Divot after the ball, definitely a sign that I did it correctly. And if I'm sequencing correctly, everything should be pretty good. But at the same time, if the club face is open, that same swing would cause the ball to go to the right. After a while, you're gonna try to fix that by squaring the face at impact and casting. So what we're gonna do now is just ensure that even though we're starting back correctly, we're gonna have a good club face. So as I take my setup here, I'm gonna look down and I'm gonna see about 2 to 3 knuckles for me. What I want us to try to do is try to reduce the knuckle count going back. So if I can see 2 to 3 knuckles at setup, as I go back, I wanna feel like I can only see 1 knuckle. That's gonna help shut that face. For those of you that have an open face, you're gonna be able to see all the knuckles on your lead hand. That's gonna get that club face to the right from my view, club face to the left if it's the other way around. So we wanna see that club face a little bit to the left. We're gonna kind of hide those knuckles. We're gonna go from 3 to 1 or 2, and then from here, we can come down. So that's kind of the drill. You're gonna go back to that 3/4. I have my 2 to 3 knuckles. Hide the knuckle, I see 1, finish my swing, and then hit. And when I do that, ball takes off very straight. I know that the club face is gonna be good, and it's much, much easier to square the face. So understand, good sequence of motion, get that club face good, get those 2 things aligned, and you're gonna be set and ready to go to get rid of that casting once and for all.